Long, long ago, there existed a kingdom where magic and wonder touched the lives of its people. It was a time of harmony and prosperity, and the kingdom thrived under the watchful eyes of its rulers. At the forefront of this magical wonder was a man named Balos. He, like his sister Jenka, possessed magical power. He used his magic for the people. As such, he was well received and grew in popularity, even more so than the current king. Due to this, however, the king grew jealous and imprisoned Balos. He submitted him to unspeakable torture. It was so terrible that the sorcerer allowed his magical powers to run rampant. Consumed with unfathomable hatred and anger, Balos destroyed the king and reduced the kingdom, along with his own wife and child, to ashes. Jenka, seeing her brother's actions, eventually exiled him to a floating island. Unable to kill her own family, she moved there as well, along with her daughter Misery. Knowing of her uncle's power, however, she forced him to create the demon crown using his magic. It was a crown of ultimate power. Both she and her minion Balrog were cursed by the crown and had to serve whoever wore it. Many had heard of this powerful crown, and there were those who even used its power for their own. An army of robot soldiers were sent to the island to claim the crown. The robots specifically targeted Mimigas, inhabitants of the island, in their assault. They killed countless numbers of them without any notable provocation. During the conflict, 2 robots were constructed by an unknown party, and also were sent to the island. These robots' names were Quote and Curly. Unlike the other robots sent there, Quote and Curly were ordered to destroy the demon crown rather than claim it for any owner. They arrived later than the other robots. By the time they reached the island, much of it was in ruins. Death and carnage was everywhere, and most of the Mimiga race had already been exterminated. By the time they found the demon crown, a human had already claimed it. Quote and Curly fought back the crown's bearer and managed to fatally wound him, but were both seriously damaged themselves. For the next 10 years, Quote laid incapacitated, dormant and undisturbed in a small cave, all by himself. Sometime later, he awakes in a small cave, with none of his memories. As he begins spelunking, he eventually finds a weapon, and makes use of it to find his way out of the cave, and into Mimiga village. There, we see a dispute among the villagers, and learn of the newest wielder of the crown. After many trials and tribulations, and losses, you reunite with Curly. Remember your name, and just as you stop the current bearer's machinations, a new path opens. New to you, however, very old to someone else. After making your way through an army of devoted followers, you find their leader, the once heroic sorcerer, Balos, now a shell of his former self. After a long and arduous fight, you escape with your life. The crown is finally destroyed, misery is free, and the island is saved. Oh yeah, and that one time there was like a Christmas game, I don't know.